The central and peripheral nervous systems. The key concept of this lecture is that the central nervous system interprets information and the peripheral nervous system gathers and transmits information. The nervous system is composed of two parts that work together. The central nervous system includes the brain, the brainstem, and the spinal cord. The peripheral nervous system includes 4 systems of nerves. Therefore, if we look at the image, the orange darker part is the central nervous system. The lighter yellow tone outlining the entire body, that would be the peripheral nervous system. The CNS, so the central nervous system, and the peripheral nervous system pass signals between one another. First, number 1, sensory receptor generates an impulse. Second, number 2, the peripheral nervous system passes an impulse to the central nervous system. Number 3, the central nervous system interprets that impulse. Number 4, the central nervous system passes an impulse to the peripheral nervous system. And finally, number 5, the peripheral nervous system stimulates a response. First, we will go over the parts of the central nervous system. The central nervous system's main function is to process information. The brain has 3 parts. The cerebrum controls high functions such as personality, reasoning, and interpretation of sensory impulses. The cerebrum in the image is colored in gray. Next, the cerebellum. The cerebellum controls movement and coordination. It also controls equilibrium. In the image, the cerebellum is outlined as yellow, and it rests beneath the cerebrum. Finally, the brainstem. The brainstem controls basic body functions like swallowing, breathing, and whether one is awake or sleepy. You can see a better image of the brainstem in the bottom image, the colors of which are violet, red, and green. We will take a closer look at the brainstem. The brainstem is composed of 3 parts. First, the midbrain. The midbrain controls mood because it regulates dopamine production. Second, the pons. The pons regulates breathing. It also regulates sleeping cycles, including deep sleep. Finally, the medulla oblongata. The medulla oblongata controls digestion, it controls sneezing, and it controls blood vessel function. But the central nervous system also includes the spinal cord. The spinal cord controls your reflexes. When a sensory neuron sends an impulse to the spinal cord directs impulse to motor neuron. This doesn't even involve the brain. Think of the last time you went to go get a physical and your doctor hit your knee with that cone thingy and your knee jerked. That was an impulse. The other part of the nervous system is the peripheral nervous system. The main function of the peripheral nervous system is to link the central nervous system to your muscles and your organs. There are 2 parts of the peripheral nervous system. The somatic nervous system, which regulates voluntary movements, and the autonomic nervous system, which controls involuntary functions. Now, Involuntary functions can be sympathetic. Sympathetic nervous system includes fight or flight reflex. Think you're running in the middle of the forest and you see a bear. Fight or flight. It also controls parasympathetic nervous system. This involves calming your body to conserve energy.